Ian Mills. They're all celebrating, three persons celebrating birthday today, and it's coming in there from DJ Yellow. That's a strange combination there, but I was just told that two of them are twins, so that makes sense. So Alvin Mills, Ivy Mills, and Ian Mills, hey, celebrating birthday today. Happy birthday coming your way from DJ Yellow. I'm sure from the entire family.
I'm begging all my friends.
You heard the man, Hollywood. He says, slow down, please. The life you save might be your very own. And here to speak about some of those things that sometimes happen on the road and give warnings, of course. We're not buttering up anybody today. I got a lot of boots that last week. So WhatsApp came and said, tell the officer stop buttering up the people and make sure they pay the things. Good morning, guys. How you doing?
A pleasant good day, one and all.
So, what's on the agenda today? I'm sure you have some reports from last week.
A pleasant good day, one and all. I'm Sergeant Harris. Next to me have Inspector Phipps, the manager of Traffic Department. We are here today to outline the operation plan for Friday, that day, along with the accidents that happens during these fests. Therefore, we are asking all persons who are involved in traffic accidents to report the accidents immediately within the 24 hours period. Persons who are in charge of vehicle involved in accidents on the public road, when the police arrive on the scene, they will be asking certain information. For example, give your name and address, give the name and address of the owner of the vehicle, the registration number of vehicle, the insurance company the vehicle is insured under. Also, we also will be asking about the passengers within the vehicle. We is saying that during this festival, accidents always increasing. So therefore, requesting people when driving, watch your brakes distance when you're traveling behind one another. We also saying that plan ahead. If you know you're coming to Rams, take a quicker route in and a quicker route out. So plan ahead. That's why we are here today. So we will assist you all where roads are blocked and where police will be in specific areas.
Okay. I think I'm not sure, but I think you left out the driver's license. You'll also ask them for the driver's license.
That's correct.
That's most important, because that's where the things usually lies. Quick question on insurance. I asked this question before. I got a shaky answer, but I'll ask it again. Is it mandatory that you have your insurance documents in your vehicle?
No, it's not.
Okay.
When
there's officers who ask about it.
Ask for it.
You are supposed to report if they ask for it within 24 hours.
Yes,
right?
you have 5 days within to present that insurance. But for license, through the amendment, you're supposed to produce it immediately.
Okay, great. So we got that one cleared up. Straight to the point.
Yes.
Okay. Inspector? Sergeant? Sorry. Inspector? Yeah, okay. I don't get mixed up with the different colors.
To add to when it comes to traffic accidents are classified traffic accidents are classified in 4 areas. We have fatal, and when we hear the word fatal, we think of death. We have serious. Serious is where injuries, any broken bones, and we have slight, where the person complains maybe of pain in the back or any pain about their body. And we also have the non-injury, where it's just no injury to persons but damages to vehicle. Also note that an accident doesn't just involve vehicles. It also involves pedestrians, bicycles, and animals. And for it to be an accident, it must be a collision where injuries must be sustained. However, for Friday, VAT Day, that's the 25th of November, a number of temporary traffic restrictions will be put into place. For instance, Bank Street will be made a one-way, so traffic will be only flowing east to west. That is from Hosford Road end to the Circus.
That's Bank Street.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So traffic that travels from south to north on 4th Street, you are not allowed to travel east on Bank Street. As the day progresses, we will monitor the different areas and see where we need to put temporary traffic measurement in place.
What about Liverpool? I know you usually block off in the Circus there so you can't go through.
Liverpool is already a one-way.
It's already a one-way all the way
Yes,
through,
so,
right?
yes.
Okay.
So we also asking persons to park outside of Bastille, because Bastille itself is already saturated. Or you can do pooling of vehicles.
We don't like to walk.
But that's a day that we should exercise. We also asking persons who will be buying bulky stuff, you maybe could pay and then collect them on a later date, because we know how it is on VAT Day. And persons who will be picking up and dropping off at the necessary areas, we are asking you to do that within the time specified on the poles, as we want the traffic to be flowing freely. So we are appealing
Pick
to
up
all.
and drop off time for like stores and stuff is around what time?
We have 10 to
10 a.m.?
Yes,
10
and then you have from 3.
So 10 a.m. to what, 12?
Yes, and then
12?
from 3, yes.
From 3, okay.
The timing is on the signals.
Okay.
Yes. We are also asking pedestrians, please cross safely, use the necessary crossings, and comply with the traffic rules.
And
and
don't walk in the
regulations.
road like they own the road for some reason during Christmas and festive time. Pedestrians just don't think they could get out.
That's an issue.
I don't know why, but that usually happens.
Point to note, there will be police officers within the city in various places to assist with traffic and maintain of peace and order. So the city will be fitted out with police officers.
Okay.
And now we have an issue with Kean Street where the lights are as well. There will be police officers
To assist.
stationed in those areas to assist with the free flow of traffic.
Okay.
We also will have two bikes, police bikes, being patrolling within the city to assist with the free flow of traffic as well.
And the crossing guards.
And the crossing guards them as well.
Okay. Earlier you mentioned about some accidents and you should report.
Yes.
I know sometimes an accident might occur, it might not be too damaging, maybe a fender bender, maybe a scrape or whatever, and 2 drivers decide to work it out. What's your take on that? What's the laws about that?
With the laws, failure to report an accident is an offense. We observe and we realize that a number of persons going down that route where they get in an accident and they agree of fixing each other's vehicle, and let's say a month or 2 months after, everything changed.
I know.
So the law there is not only to benefit the police officer, it also there to benefit the individual. So therefore we asking person to report the accident, so the records there to show.
Yeah. So the police could use the discretion and say, if you guys, but we're gonna log this still, so it's there as evidence in case one of you decides to
take it as a civil matter.
Turn it into something else.
Also, with that too, even though both drivers decided to settle, the police can still prosecute.
Yeah. Especially if you look like one was really reckless.
That's correct.
Yes. Okay. But sometimes just to ease the flow of traffic, if it happens, like I saw an accident at the top of the square one morning, and I know that would have been a real jam up with the lights and everything. In a case like that, it was just somebody came out and the other one touched them because they came through. Maybe they had the green already or whatever, you know? And
but
so
in that case, the officer will take the necessary information still and comply. But when it comes to an accident like in a busy area, we always tend to deal with the measurements first to get the road clear. Yes.
Okay. Anything else before we go to the calls? Because I see some folks are hungry to speak to you guys. Anything else that you want to touch on?
No, that's it for now.
That's it for now. Okay, well, the phone lines are open, guys. 465-2555. I told you they were hungry to get in. You had some headphones on. Okay, I have mine. Let me get here. All right. And say good morning to this first caller. Good morning.
Good morning to you, Ronnie. How are you today?
I'm wonderful.
Good. Good morning to Inspector Phipps and the Sergeant and in the studio at this present moment. Good morning, President. Good morning to you all.
Good morning, sir.
This morning, I want to speak to something I observed that I have in my possession. I noticed that I believe is dated Sunday the 13th November 2022. It was read on the 16th, Wednesday the 16th November 2022, for the immediate and effective change of the roundabout existing the roundabout in location, the complex of Sands Complex. That would have been done on the 15th November 2022. In closing up that letter, I am not too comfortable seeing and understanding what it says. It says licensing officer. The licensing officer is supposed to be, if I am not wrong, the Commissioner of Police. And if that letter, which of course is supposed to be a standard letter and somewhat official document, would have left the Commissioner's office that way without a signature, it is something that is unacceptable. Or if the Commissioner had commanded someone or asked someone to do it, that person then who he have asked should have that signature for him, the Commissioner of Police. These are things that I don't accept. It doesn't look right from the Commissioner's office, if it is so, for the High Command, which of course is in the St. Christopher Nevis Police Force. These things are standard. If anyone who is signing a letter must have a signature, not just a type. The preparation of that notice look like a paste and type in preparation where anybody could have done it. When you see things like these here that doesn't have the person's signature, but have the person in authority to do that, these things are unacceptable. The Commissioner of Police, if it comes from his office, should have had his signature or to get someone to sign for him. Inspector of Police and Sergeant of Traffic Department and Ronnie, you all have a good day.
Thank
Goodbye.
you, brother. Thanks for your information. We'll tackle that after, right? Okay, so we go back to the phone lines. Good morning.
Good morning, all, and have a good day to you all.
Thank you.
Yeah, just a little concern for the public and for my own mind. Last week, Wednesday, between about 10:30 and 11, in the vicinity between Nismas Estate and that railway line leaving the factory and heading out toward the factory pier, the old line which no longer the line that no longer exists, but it's still in the road. There were possession of 4 vehicles coming down that road, that Island Main Road, heading into Bastille. There were three vehicles bunched up together, and there was one ahead of them. While going down that road at a reasonable speed, obeying the laws of the country, a police vehicle came down from the from the airport roundabout, flying down the road, past the 3 vehicles without blowing any horn, any flashing lights, or anything of the sort. But the one which was ahead of them, slightly ahead of them, it overtook that vehicle as well, but it passed it on the left side of the vehicle instead of going on the right side, with a phenomenal overtaking. And there was no indication, no siren or anything of the sort. That to me sounds like reckless driving, because had that driver seen the police coming and pulled over to the left, there would have been a major accident between a government vehicle, a police vehicle, and a private vehicle. The police vehicle actually had to run up on the on the verge of the road, the shoulder of the road, to pass the vehicle on the left-hand side. If that is the examples being set by the police, the public has no right to drive any better than that. Thank you.
Okay, a bit for much. Work it out in your head a little bit. Let's go back to the phone lines. Hello? Hello? Okay, I think I missed that one. I think that person was saying that they needed speed bumps in Shadwell, I think, yeah. Okay, that person's out. ZIZ, hello?
Yes, good morning, Ronnie.
Yes, my brother, what's going on, man?
I'm good, man, and good morning, my police colleagues.
Good morning.
Yeah, this is police without pay. Now, that report there that's coming before me, that is what you call reckless, disrespectful to the law. Now, how do police expect other people who are not police to behave any better? When they're going to do that? Our law here, we drive on the left. And when one is going to overtake, you have to overtake that person on the right, not on the left. So he break the law there. No. I'm asking a question. Who gave the authority for all these yellow lines to be painted in Bastille? Because the only street that do not have a yellow line is Prickly Alley, Upper and Lower Prickly Alley. And when all these lot of yellow lines being painted, where people going to park? I heard the police say this morning that it's best to park outside of Bastille. But when you park your car all the way up by the cemetery to walk down in Bastille, when you go back, somebody breaking your car. That's why a lot of people don't park too far from where they want to go and do the business. Anyway, thank you very much for listening. Have a good day.
Okay, buddy. Have a good one. Okay, we don't have any calls at the moment, so you want to tackle some of those accusations?
For the caller, in reference with the police vehicle, we as police officer is not above the law. And if you witness something, you make a report and we'll do the necessary investigations. We carry police officer to court all the time for accidents. So as I said, we are not above the law. Hadn't that report been made, we would have fully investigated and deal with the officer.
I have a slight understanding about what he was trying to say. Is it possible that the police vehicle went in on that new shoulder that you have coming down when you pass Public Works?
Yes.
Remember he said he came from where the engine
airport
line. But by the way, there's no engine line anymore.
The airport.
Yeah. You know, they have that shoulder on the left-hand side. Is it possible that they took that? Remember you have almost like a two-lane going down there now. Is it possible?
Yes, what the caller said that the officer take the shoulder. Technically, once he hit that road, he off the road.
Yeah.
So therefore, he cannot cut back into the lane because you personally off the road. But as the inspector said, sometimes, most of the time, people need to report these matters, and not only report these matters because the police officer will need a statement as well to carry the matter forward.
You have to get a number of the vehicle that he was driving.
Vehicle. The officer break the disciplinary rules as well. He discrediting the force. So therefore, when the members of public see police officers doing wrong, when you report, you need to give a statement so the matter could be dealt with. Some of us, yes, we see officer doing wrong, but just complaining. So asking the public, when you see officers do wrong, report them. Give a statement and let the matter go forward. Okay. We got to hold everybody accountable for the actions.
Sounds good. Anything else?
With reference to the signing of documents, I agree. Once you're sending out orders, whether police-wise or business-wise, that letter should be signed by the individual.
And as the caller asks about the yellow line, we don't just go and paint the sidewalks yellow. We normally do a survey and we put yellow line where it is best in the interest of the general public.
Businesses, do they make requests sometimes for a yellow line? Like, I know doctors do get special preferences.
Business do make requests for yellow lines, but on most of the streets we have drop off spots where anybody can park in that area and do the necessary drop off, because once we put a yellow line in front of any premises anywhere, that individual or owner cannot park in the area.
Okay, we got another caller. ZIZ, hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning to you, Ronnie, and good morning to the officers there.
Good morning, sir.
And then, I always have a concern about the ferry terminal down on the west side. And I know there are several times that I would see police officers down there. But to be really honest with you, to be fair, look like they're standing up and ain't doing what they ought to do. I don't know what they are instructed to do. And the reason why I'm saying that is that the busmen them, and that's not only the busmen them, but a lot of the time you're driving to the ferry terminal, and sometimes the busmen them coming out from where they would normally park, and a passenger coming and they would just stay right there. So it blocked the traffic from entering the ferry terminal. And then what you have happened, you have a backup, because the traffic light is right there. And they also have a backup in the street. And I have seen that several times, and they do nothing about it. And, it just become, so congested that even going back past the lights and the traffic block up. I have seen that multiple times. I think that the police officers or whoever in charge of that should really pay some more attention to it, because it's an awful mess when you see the backup like that. So that is something that you guys need to look into, and it needs serious and urgent attention.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you too. We go to a call again. ZIZ.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Inspector Phipps. It's a follow-up to the yellow line question. Those yellow lines, are they legalized? And if so, can you tell us where we can look for that piece of law? Because, I know we had a case in Old Road. The people went to sleep the night, living in that vicinity, parked there all the time, and they wake up in the morning and they make the yellow line and tickets on their vehicle. The matter went to court, and those matters were dismissed, and the line is now not there. They painted out. So can you please address that? Tell us where we can look for when, if you put a yellow line on this street, Mango Street, tell us where to look in the law to find the legality of that. Thank you.
Let me take some more calls. Yeah, on the road, traffic time. Talk to me.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
My name is Anthony Rollins.
Anthony Rollins.
Chaps,
my friend. Yes, go ahead.
I live at St. Peter's. Coming down that morning, yesterday was real bad. This morning was not too bad, but it was kind of bad. The junction there, coming from to the back of the airport, where the road meet the bypass, or you know what I'm talking about? Driving on to the back of the airport when you're coming down from
on the bottom part of the runway, yeah.
Yeah. Normally I would see traffic police there, but for these last couple of days I haven't seen any police, and the traffic has been backed up for a long period of time. If somebody don't lay out on the FD Williams Highway, you won't be able to get out. So I'm asking the police if they could assign somebody to be there at morning, especially when there is school time on.
Drops around what time?
That's around minutes to 8 after 8.
Okay. They were there this morning and yesterday morning.
You were there this morning?
Yeah. I pass them every morning. There.
I probably came late then. I left early because I left home about just around 8 o'clock. And when I reached on the road, there was no police.
Mm-hmm. They came afterwards then.
Okay.
Because I was on the road just a bit after 8, about 5 past 8, 10 past 8. But yes, I know that traffic. I would hate to be caught in that traffic. Yeah. Perhaps if I was you, I actually put myself in the position and say, instead of coming through there by the bottom of the runway, go straight across. It might take you longer, but trust me, I think they get preference to the long road and coming out of India.
Yeah, you're right.
I see it every morning, brother.
I was thinking the same thing this morning, but
yes,
it's okay.
That long road get preference because it's coming from the western side and also coming from St. Peter's side. So when they call through that part, you guys get jammed up in between there. I see it.
Yeah, okay.
But I understand.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Okay, brother.
Thanks.
Last call. ZIZ.
Good morning. ZIZ.
Good morning.
You know, as people talk and start to talk about the police, I want to ask a question to the sergeant and the private deputy. Now, what I notice, now, it is not a law saying that police, people are not supposed to drive and or ride on the back of pickup. Just like that, on the tail and on the sides and those things. They didn't have a law for that?
Yes, sir.
Because I saw police stop construction workers on Frigate Road and other roads and make people come off and pick up and them things. But that is a freaking thing I seen with the Coast Guard and the police. Every day I see them riding on the back of the pickup. And I said, well, look, if they're doing it, how they expect to get people to change what they're doing by riding on the back of pickup? Back is dangerous. I believe that they should build a little tool or whatever it is, put it across and sit down on it instead of riding on the side and on the tail. Because if my memory serves me right, I believe some time ago the police was going at a thing at St. Peter's, and when they take the corner, one of them fell off and get damage on the ground. It's a mistake. Are you sure that happened? And I hear it in the news. So that thing is supposed to change because it is not a good thing in the sight of the public with the police stopping construction workers and other people from riding on the back of the pickup and they're also doing it. This is not right. They need to check it out. Thank you.
All right. Okay. Well, we're going to give you some time to answer to some of those callers.
For that last caller, our vehicles, the police vehicles, especially the tactical unit vehicles, they're all fitted with benches. Benches are now attached to those vehicles. With the other military officers, they are supposed to be guided accordingly. As it relates to the caller with the yellow line in Old Road, the licensing authority, who is the Commissioner of Police, have that authority to instruct to place yellow line where he sees it's dangerous to the general public. As regards to the same yellow line in Old Road, those yellow lines were maliciously removed by persons in the community, and the matter is pending at court.
With reference to the bus terminal and other issue, I must thank the callers them for their information. Where the busman already came out, then stopped and blocking traffic. That's a ticketed offense, obstruction. So therefore, we will have to talk to Basti N and let them brief them in accordingly when they go down to the bus terminal. As I say, persons need to find themselves accountable for their actions. As I said, once you observe a police not doing their duty, you could report it as statement, and police will be prosecuted for what offenses he commit, whether disciplinary or whatever offense he commit. So, as I said, we need to watch each other, measure each other, report what's wrong the officer doing, and let the matter be prosecuted.
Also, as regards to the bus terminal, as you can see, the buses industry is so big now, it's overgrown the bus terminal, and some regulation have to be made as regards to the ferry bus terminal on the west, where we have both east buses and west buses enter that terminal. There's an east bus terminal, so we are in the process of regulating that. All east buses stay at east bus terminal, and all west buses remain at west buses. I think that will alleviate some of the problems down there at the bus terminal. And as regards to the officers, we can do so much. And drivers, the drivers of the passenger bus, you need to control your passengers. You are the driver. So sometimes the passenger would say, "Busman, stay here," and they would stay. You have to control your passengers, because if you don't stay there, they will never try to do it again. But if they realize they can control you, they're going to keep saying, "Wait," and you're going to get your tickets. So I'm appealing to the drivers to control your passengers as well.
Good point. Very good point. Okay, so we've come to that time. If you want to wrap it up, if you have anything else you want to put in, feel free to do so.
The last thing from me, with reference to drivers, we asking you all, when you leave in your vehicle, secure your vehicle by locking it. Don't leave your engine on, because we will have people taking chances and take up the vehicle and go drive right in. So secure your vehicle. Secure your vehicle. On this busy day, secure your vehicle.
All right.
Also want to appeal to all drivers come on Friday, 25th November. Please comply with all traffic signs and regulations so we can have a free flow of traffic. And also on the crime end, please ensure you have your money safely stocked away.
Stocked away. That depends. Hey guys, thanks a lot for coming in and giving us some updates. Don't forget, guys out there, VAT Day is going to be a busy day, and of course, you know, your security starts with yourself, right? And don't fall into any trap and then start blaming the police officers for your mishaps, okay? So adhere to all the signs and changes that might be happening downtown. Guys, reiterate on the changes of Bank Street again, and for the folks who might just be tuning in.
To all, please be advised that Bank Street on Friday the 25th will be made a one-way. So traffic will be only flowing east to west on Bank Street. That is, if you are traveling from West Independence Square Street, you can only make that right onto Bank Street. You cannot enter Bank Street from, if you're traveling from the Liverpool Road or if you're traveling from south to north, you cannot make that right turn onto Bank Street.
Okay, so you cannot count you from by the clock. Make it simple. And there will be signs in the road, right? Basically, the blockage would be up. Okay, so guys, you heard it here. So adhere to all the traffic laws, and I mean all, not just Bank Street laws alone, all of them. And be safe on the road, guys. Have a wonderful day.
Be careful on the road. Go make it an episode. How much more tragedy we have to endure to face the reality. Less is safer than more.